Greetings, y'all. Welcome to Karen Hope's 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, y'all. This is the YouTube channel where hope grows inspiration, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. And please forgive me just adjusting these stupid straps on my... These are shorts. This is like a romper set. And God is... Let me tell y'all. God has created me in such a way that there's parts of my clothing that will never ever slip off or be loose. And then there's parts like my shoulders and up here, things always falling off and I'm having to adjust. So I'm going to try not to do that so much today. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for being here again. Now, usually we are here on the channel to talk about the most recent podcast episode. But like I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been doing the podcast episode, the blog, or the YouTube channel like we do like in our routine way. It takes about 3 to 8 hours screen time, computer screen time to produce and publish. All 3 of those, especially if I do it like all 3 in one day, it takes easily 8 hours. And so the doctor's like, oh, you just kind of back off from the screen time stuff. So I've still been doing some posting, still been, doing some writing, but not this way. But today I'm just jumping on the channel to do some talking. And to just stay inspired and inspiring. Like whenever I'm trying to be encouraging y'all, I'm encouraging myself as well. This has been hard for me to kind of sit back a little bit. I enjoy doing this so much. Now give me just a second. We got some heavy equipment going by in front of the apartment. And now there's an airplane. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're clear. So y'all, this is what I want to talk about today. Since I've been doing this kind of backing off a little bit, the screen time, I've been asking myself questions, and when we get on the podcast, excuse me, drops in my eye. When we get on the podcast, not podcast episodes, but when I'm here on the YouTube channel, just talking, just random talking. And I'm like, why do we need God? And the GoDaddy website, why do we need God? It's a great conversation piece, first and foremost, and it's a good way to start a conversation. It's really, I guess, not really my point. It's really never, it is my point, but it's just a great way to get to my point. It's just a great way to ask a question. And today I did the same thing. I took a walk today over on the bay. Like, it's just right there. The kids and I like to call it the beach, but the beach is about 10 minutes from here. But it leads to the beach. Oh, I love that thought. And I was just out there, and I was really thinking, and I wrote a very dear friend of mine, like, oh, God. Anyway, and it's like, on beautiful days like this, like, even if the days are cloudy and gloomy, I guess that's what I'm about to get to. We need God, and this is why. We need God for the day. First and foremost, we wouldn't even have the day. We wouldn't have the day. We talk about opening our eyes to another day, but I'm just talking about literally the day. Like the day. Void, darkness, just space. Not even planets. Just God. So we need him to be. But we need him to be. But what I'm trying to say is, we have things to think about every day. And we have questions we need to ask ourselves every day that kind of help propel us forward into our purpose, like in a positive way, because that's what it needs to be. We're not propelling forward. We're not going forward if it's not positive. If it's not positive, then we're either staying stuck or going backwards. So even the word itself explains the action and which direction we're supposed to be going, and that's forward. We have to ask ourselves questions like I did today. Such a beautiful day. Those notifications are going to be going off. I have a feeling. There's some things that we need to make differences in life, like know the difference between unconditional love and obsession or something like that, or know the difference between like this beautiful day today. Like I was looking out at the bay. I hope I don't look out of the window because I can see the water right there, and I don't want y'all to think like, what is she looking at? She just had her eyes worked on. Y'all, my eyes are fine. I should put my glasses on right now, kind of fuzzy, but it's not like that. Jeez Louise. But yeah, if I look out that way, it's because I'm reflecting. I just came from out there. But yes, I was looking out there and I'm like, my eyes and my soul and my spirit and my silence and my expression, like my voice, because it's voice. I'm talking about the one that's not silent. It was all like extracting the beauty of that day out there today. Oh God, it was wonderful. I spent about 2 hours out there today. Y'all see the sun on my skin? Like seriously, you can see the sun, can't you? I can see it right now. It's like it stayed there. I like that. But it was like, okay, extract the beauty from the day. But then here comes that heavy equipment now, circled around. Give me just a second, y'all. It just gives me a few more minutes with y'all, a few more seconds with y'all, a few more seconds to think too. I love the way that works. I almost forgot what I was going to say, and now I remember. It gives us a few more minutes of the day, to extract that beauty. But then also we have satisfaction that we can extract from the day. Like, what did we do today? What did we get accomplished? Those types of things. There's the beauty, extracting the beauty in the day, and then extracting the satisfaction in the day. Both of those things, like I was telling my friend, I feel what I was thinking, create two different powers, two different co-creating powers, two different manifestation powers, where we can, live our life in such a positive way that it affects our environment in a positive way for ourselves and everyone that comes around us. For instance, if your husband or your wife comes home after a hard day, it is our responsibility to make sure that the house they come home into is a peaceful one and not another hornet's nest. That's what I mean. It's just... So, we need God to be able to know the difference. Now, we need God to also be able to, all these things, but to have the patience to know the difference. Because, oh man, I'm going to tell you what I know. And it's this. The hardest thing for us to get through, and seriously, is to have some patience when we're having to have some balance. Because that means that we're having to face our own emotions. We're having to face ourselves. We're having to free ourselves up from things that we thought were the truth or our truth or no longer are serving us and our purpose. We have to free ourselves up from those things. Self-sabotaging energies and thoughts and things that have kept us stuck. Conditioning, tradition, ego. Did I say ego? Should I say it again? Jeez. Ego, ego, capital E dot, capital G dot, capital O dot, exclamation point, times infinity. We have to free ourselves up from those things. And it takes patience. And there's no way that we can do that without God. There's no way. There's no way because it doesn't happen until we pray about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Until we sit somewhere and do some introspection. And no, it's not like, oh, I'm going to sit here and be good. And once I'm good, everything's going to go away. No, that's not it. As a matter of fact, we can pray our lives away. And it may not change what we want. That's not what I'm saying. This has got to do with, that's outside stuff. That's surface stuff. I'm talking about what's in the inside. Are we figuring out, are we using our prayers to figure out, are we really in love? Are we using our prayers to figure out, do we really want that job? Are we using our prayers to finally figure out, do I want to live in this house? did I want 2 kids? Do I want to be married? Or do I want to be single? Like, what is it do I want? Are we using our prayers for that? That's what our prayers are for. But before I get off track, y'all, please, and then again too, y'all, I used some sunscreen today, and it made me a little I can't use a lot of stuff on my skin, and I used some copper tone sunscreen. I don't think I should have done that because I feel a little irritated right there in my little elbow. But I guess have to be careful about we all have to be careful about what we put on our skin, y'all. Our skin is the largest organ of our body, and it's our first defense of our body. Like it's our first defense. We have to take care of it. We have to make sure that we know what we're putting on it. But that's another video. Let's get back to the topic. We need to know the difference. We need God to be able to ask ourselves these life questions that send us forward into our purpose. Remember, forward meaning positive. That means it's serving our purpose, our life purpose. Anything that's positive is serving our life purpose. Period. We don't even have to question it. We don't have to question it. We don't have to backtrack. We don't have to investigate. We don't have to go. If it's positive, just let it be, because it's working. It's working as it should. And we need God for that. We need God for that patience to be able just to sit back and let it work. To be able to ask ourselves the questions like, or do the things, or understand, or draw the meaning, or draw the lesson out of everything that we're supposed to draw out of, like today. That's what I'm getting to. Okay, so Karen Hope, have patience with yourself. Well, this life thing today was just a little tiny part, but this is an everyday thing that we all need to do. And I will say that right now, that we all need to do to gain that balance, to be able to have patience with ourselves while we're gaining the balance. Because, oh gosh, when we're finding ourselves, and I want to say this too, no one can find us if we can't find us. Back to regular programming. We could slip down a hill, we can trip and fall, we can just, spontaneously combust and disappear. We can do all kinds of things if we do not get balanced and stay balanced. We won't get to our destination, which is finding peace, which is balanced and with an adequate amount of growth, which will have taken us into our purpose so cheerfully that even though things happen, like, it's not all going to be perfect. The path is not going to be perfect. But when those things happen, when we get to the end, we can say it's all worth it cheerfully, right? And extract, like today. That's what I'm getting to. God is so good. He allows me to say all these things. I got all these expressions out and all these thoughts out. I really just had one point. Oh, God. Okay, the point is this. We should be able to get our lesson out of every day. Today was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful day. And I had to understand, Karen Hope, today, is your lesson going to be the beauty or the satisfaction? And my choice today was the beauty. I extracted the beauty. That was my lesson today, and I'm going to tell you why. Because no matter what was going on, y'all, and things are not perfect right now. Things are not perfect, but this day was. So that was the beauty out of it. No matter what's going on, I chose. We need to choose our struggle. Now today, that's not a struggle. Pick beauty, pick satisfaction. No, it's not a struggle, right? That's not anything that has like a connotation or denotation of struggle. But what I'm trying to say is struggle is this. It's still, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, is going to manipulate our day in such a way where it is the better choice for our co-creation and manifestation power. I say power because God tells us to be positive for a reason. If we walk around here negative, we're saying we don't trust him. If we walk around here complaining all the time. We're just saying that his will for our lives is not anything that for us satisfies us. That's not good. If what we don't like in life doesn't satisfy us, we need to pray about it. We need to fix it. We need to change it. We have the power to do that. We're not supposed to just sit around and wait for stuff to just fall in our lap. Love included. Money included. Health included. All those things. Yes, we do get blessed. Yes, things happen. We are showered with blessings at all times, including, and I will get back to this thing about another day. It doesn't only mean opening our eyes. It means a day. Listen, a day. Think about all the components that would go into a day. Planets moving, stars aligning, atoms colliding, people being born, people dying, grass growing, water falling. Look, y'all, there's a lot of things that goes into a day. It's a 3-letter word, but there are infinite things, components, machines, plans. I can't even, do you see, right now in your mind, your imagination, your imagination can barely even wrap your mind around it, right? We've got that. We got another day. That's what I'm talking about. And there's so much satisfaction that we can extract from a day, but there's also so much beauty we can extract from a day. And sometimes we need to figure out which one we're going to be thankful for. Today, it was the beauty. So, getting back to the point. What do we need God for? Everything. But we need him for those types of things like today, like when we're making our decisions, we're just thinking. We're thinking about things, and we're thinking about our purpose, and we're thinking about moving forward and what we need to do in our day. And it takes getting grounded. It takes becoming balanced, because things are going on. And asking God to help us have patience with ourselves, so we can get to the point where we can get to the peace and get to the place where we can sit down and say, it was such a bad situation, but the day was still good and I got the beauty out of it. And then or depending on what it is for you or for them or for us or for all, depending on what it is, because everyone has their different positions. Everyone has their different place. Everyone is created differently. For instance, with my personality and mannerism, there's no way that I could be an international tycoon. It wouldn't work. And someone who's an international tycoon that's always got to be going sharp, go-getter, they couldn't sit down and be a patient person and, talk and be satisfied or find the beauty in what I'm satisfied and find the beauty in it, or, vice versa. So that's why I'm saying it just depends on how God created us and what we are chosen to do. And we make those decisions based on who we are as individuals. First being blessed, second being loved by God, or not in that order. Third, victorious. It's not an order to that, it's just the truth. So that's what I wanted to talk about, y'all. We need God for everything. But specifically, I'm talking about right now, when we're making those decisions to we end up making decisions when we just sit down to think. And I think that's it. Sometimes don't go into a thought to make a decision. Go into a thought to pray and ask God to help you pray the right prayer for you, for your growth, for your purpose. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep talking all day, y'all. bottom line is, I'm just going to say it one more time, and then I'm going to leave it alone. And maybe we'll talk again by Monday, maybe Sunday or something, but yes, have patience with yourself, okay? It takes a long time. Well, not a long time, but hey, give it to yourself. Like, just as much time as to unlearn as it did to learn. It does. Have patience. Trust God. Ask Him to help you, okay? All right. Now, it's done. This video is done. Until later. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the regular links down there below in the description box. And if you want to listen to 188 podcast episodes, go ahead. They're down there in the link. You can check them out in the Spotify link. And there's like 7 or 8 more podcast platforms you can listen from, including Apple Podcast and Google Podcast. If you are currently a supporter of the podcast, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you are considering becoming a supporter of the podcast, just go ahead and click on that link down there that says Anchor, and it'll take you to the Spotify link, and there will be a support button there for you. Thank you so much in advance. Now, if you have made it to the end of this video, you're cool. You're cool. No, I don't even know if I said that, but I mean, I guess I'm trying to say that's cool. But yeah, you're cool too. I think you're cool. I appreciate it. Yes, please like this video. Sometimes I just say goofy stuff and then I just throw myself off, y'all. I don't know what to say. But like this video, comment, share it, if you'd be so kind, and subscribe to this channel where hope grows inspiration, y'all. Thank you so much for visiting, and again, I will see you back here soon on the channel to exchange some awesome energy. God bless you and yours.